Hello and welcome back to In God We Trust podcast. Today we are going over Genesis chapter 7, and in Genesis chapter 7, we have about 2 or 3 main takeaways. The first one is how many animals actually went on the ark. My whole life, I've always heard that there was 2 animals, 2 pairs, like a pair. Anyway, I heard there was always 2 of every kind, but today we are going to hear differently, and also we are going to do a little bit of calculations to see how much rain came in one day, according to the calculations here. So I hope that you guys enjoy it. It's a really interesting episode. I think you're gonna love it. Okay, let's read it, then we'll break it down. Let's go. Genesis chapter 7. The Lord then said to Noah, "Go into the ark, you and your whole family, because I have found you righteous in this generation. Take with you 7 of every kind of clean animal, and a male and its mate, and 2 of every kind of unclean animal, a male and its mate, and also 7 of every kind of bird, male and female, to keep their various kinds alive throughout the earth. 7 days from now, I will send the rain on the earth, in 40 days and 40 nights, and I will wipe from the face of the earth every living creature I have made." And Noah did all that the Lord commanded him. Noah was 600 years old when the floodwaters came on the earth. And Noah and his sons and his wife and his sons' wives entered the ark to escape the waters of the flood. Pairs of clean and unclean animals, of birds and of all creatures that move along the ground, male and female, came to Noah and entered the ark, as God commanded Noah. And after 7 days the floodwaters came on the earth. In the 600th year of Noah's life, on the 17th day of the 2nd month, on that day all the springs of the great deep burst forth. The floodgates of the heavens were opened up, and rain fell on the earth 40 days and 40 nights. On that very day, Noah and his sons, Shem, Ham, and Japheth, together with his wife and the wives of his 3 sons, entered the ark. They had with them every wild animal according to its kind, all livestock according to their kinds, every creature that moves along the ground according to its kind, and every bird according to its kind, everything with wings. Pairs of all creatures that have the breath of life in them came to Noah and entered the ark. The animals going in were male and female, of every living thing, as God commanded Noah. Then the Lord shut him in. 40 days the flood kept coming on the earth. And as the waters increased, they lifted the ark high above the ground. The waters rose and increased greatly on the earth, and the ark floated on the surface of the water. They rose greatly on the earth, and all the high mountains under the entire heavens were covered. The waters rose and covered the mountains to the depth of more than 20 feet. Every living thing that moved on the earth perished. Birds, livestock, wild animals, all the creatures that swarm over the earth, and all mankind. Everything on dry land that had the breath of life in its nostrils died. Every living thing on the face of the earth was wiped out. Men and animals, and the creatures that move along the ground, and the birds of the air, were wiped from the earth. Only Noah was left, and those with him on the ark. The waters flooded the earth for 150 days. Okay, so I'm going to start out with this recap here, of starting where it left off in Genesis chapter 6. So it last said, Noah did everything just as God commanded him. And before that, it was just God telling Noah what to do. And then all that it said was Noah did everything just as God commanded him. So it didn't talk about that hard work and that time that Noah put in. It just said the result. So God told Noah what to do. And then the next line, it says, Noah did everything just as God commanded him. So it doesn't talk about the hard hours and the labor that he put into that. So that is something that we should all think about, because everyone that is listening right now and everyone in the world, they have like a goal that they're trying to achieve, no matter, like, even if it's the smallest thing ever. But that time that you put in, it's so valuable because that's how you get to accomplish like exactly what Noah did. Like, people only see the end result. They don't see the time that you put in. They don't see anything of that. And that's the exact same thing. I mean, we can see that right now in the Bible. All it says is Noah did everything just as God commanded him. So, I mean, that goes for everything. If you were to quit doing what you're doing right now, let's say it's just working out, like, people are gonna eventually they're gonna see the results of you not working out, okay? And also they're going to see the result if you do keep working out, but they don't see the time that you put in. So keep going, just keep putting in that time. It will pay off. Okay, well, let's get started with what I read today. So, just letting you guys know, an FYI, we're going to go to about 15 minutes, hopefully, and then we're going to do, like, the second half, the recap, on Monday. So, yep, and then tomorrow we have a guest speaker, Sam Fisher. He's come on before. We're going to be talking tomorrow. So, here we go. So, one of the first things we're going to talk about is 7 of every kind of clean animal and 2 of every unclean animal. So my entire life, I was told that it's 2 of every kind of animal, and that was just like programmed in my mind, you know? I never thought that, 7, like, I was like, what, you know? But anyway, I just want to clear this up for you guys, make it so it's completely understanding, because at first I had no clue what was going on. So it says 7 of every kind of clean animal and 2 of every unclean animal. So there was a difference between clean and unclean back in the day, and that was whether you could eat it or not. And when we get to Leviticus, we will go over the details of the hooves. There's something with the hooves that will separate the animals. And today I'll read you a list of unclean and clean animals, just an example for you guys. And, I forgot to tell you, it's 7 of every kind of bird. And this was something I also had no clue about. But it can just get a little confusing, you know? So I'm going to get this straight here real quick. So God told Noah to bring 7 pairs of every clean animal. So that means a total of 14. Because if he would have said bring 7 like total, at the end here, if we keep reading a little bit more, it says God said to bring a pair, you know, for every animal, every kind. So if it were to say, like, if some people say, like, oh, it's 7 of every kind of animal, but no, then there would be 1 left out, so there's not pairs. So then there'd be only 2 pairs with 1 extra, okay? Are you guys following me? Hopefully. Okay, sorry, but maybe I'm not doing the best explaining it. I hope I am. So it has to be 7 pairs of every clean animal, okay? And this was for sacrifices, and so then these clean animals can repopulate more and faster than these unclean animals. Okay, so that is what I have for the clean and unclean. I hope that I explained that pretty well. But I'm going to read to you guys just some examples of clean foods. So some clean type of foods is vegetables, fruits, nuts, honey, milk, butter, eggs, cheese, grain. Okay, now we'll get to the actual animals. Sorry, I don't even know why I said those other ones first. But anyway, so beef, like cows, sheep, like goats, sheep and goats, yep, and fish with fins, fishes with fins, and venison, and for any of you guys out there, that's like a deer or like elk or something, wild game. It says game right here, like pheasants or doves, chicken, turkey. Those are all clean foods. Okay, so now we're going to go into the unclean foods that these were not meant to be eaten at the time. So pork, ham, Yeah, bacon. That's all a pig, though. Anyway, rabbits, webbed-footed birds, and their eggs. All shell fish. So that's like a crab, shrimp, like without fins, like any type of fish thing there. Okay, yeah, weird. Anyway, so those are some examples of unclean food. I hope that cleared some stuff up, gives you a picture in your mind. So God told Noah to bring all these animals on the earth, and then he told him that in 7 days the rains will come. So he had to sit there and wait for 7 days, just waiting for this with all the animals. I mean, I'm sure that first night there, he was pretty, I bet it was chaos. But, I mean, like, what do you think it was like? Like, do you think when he opened the door, like they all just like knew where to go, like God just like guided everything, you know? Yeah, that's the only thing I can imagine happening. Like Noah just like lowered the door, and then they just like walked, and they were like single file line, like it'd be so cool to see. But yeah, that first night was definitely pretty cool. But he had to wait for 7 days until that rain came. And I'm sure those 7 days he was getting prepared. I mean, yeah, that's for sure. He was definitely getting really prepared for that. Maybe do some finishing touches on the ark, just getting everything ready. But anyway, Monday we will go over a little bit more, a decent amount more actually. I'm really excited for what we're going to talk about on Monday, though. It's going to be how much rain like we would have gotten, or sorry, Noah did get that day. And yeah, it's really interesting. So we're going to get the rest of this recap on Monday. So I hope you guys enjoy that. I hope you enjoyed today. We went over like clean and unclean animals. I don't know. I hope you got that good idea of it. Sorry if I didn't do the best explaining, but yeah, that's all I got for you guys today. Hope you guys enjoy it. See you guys tomorrow. God bless.